What's going on, Israel? I'm Priest and Officer Welcome Board out of I.S.U.P.K, New Jersey, and the Commanding General YAHANNA. We're going to get into today real quick. It's the topic of Christmas. Everybody, Christmas just passed on Wednesday, right? So Christmas just passed a couple days ago. We're going to touch on the effects of Christmas and is it actually profitable with Black people? We're going to touch on is Christmas even a real holiday? Understand? We're not going to get too much into the origins of that pagan holiday, which we could. We're going to touch more so on how it affects Black people in today's society. All right, so first we're going to get into is Jeremiah 10:1. And Jeremiah 10:1 says, "Hear ye the word of the Most High, which speaketh unto you, O house of Israel." So this is only applying to Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Right? Thus saith the Most High, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed. Right? So that's astrology and stuff like that. 10:3. The customs of the people are vain. And the things that everybody in America follows is vain. The customs that all the Black people follow in America, they're vain customs. Celebrating Christmas is not something that actually profits Black people. And that's what I say profit. I don't mean if you own a store and you selling toys, or you selling video games, or you selling televisions. Of course you won't make money. What I mean by profit Black people, does this help your soul? Will this fix your family? Will this get your uncle off of crack? If I tell you that the Feast of Dedication just passed, no one knows what I'm talking about. But if I tell you Christmas is December 25th, everyone knows what Christmas is on December 25th. The things that don't help Black people are what Black people indulge in the most. And those are the things we have to stop getting into. Because the Most High said the customs of the people are vain. We'll read on. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman, with the axe. Meaning that tree, I remember being young and going to pick up these trees and going to whole large lots where they got trees set up, large, small, skinny, fat, thick. And you can just pick whatever type of horrendous tree you want to put up in your house there yet. Or what's even more accurate for Blacks and Hispanics is going to Walmart and buying a $20 plastic tree that you could put together with pieces. You gotta stick the branches and it's all plastic. It smells horrible. And every year you break it down and put it up. You ain't even got the money to buy a new tree every year, but your mother is being a slut in the world to make sure she can afford the gifts that you want to buy. Or your wife is being a slut in the world to afford the gifts that your children want. Or your daddy got to work 70 hours of overtime the whole month of, 70-hour work weeks, the whole month of November and December in order to afford all those things you want for Christmas. Instead of him being able to put those extra hours in to fixing his family, making sure his family follows God, make sure nobody eats pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster inside his house. You got to put those extra hours in because you want AirPods, because you want the newest game system, you want sneakers, you want clothes. Like that's not profitable to Black people. This holiday is profitable to our oppressors. Anybody who benefits off the backs of Blacks and Hispanics, they benefit off of our backs on Christmas, Thanksgiving as well, Black Friday as well. You understand? 10:4. They deck it with silver and gold. Like that's the ornaments you put on there. The brown ones, the candy cane, all of that. Anything, the ones that they got your children making in school by hand so they can bring it home. You can hang some handmade ornaments on your tree and it'll be more homely, it'll be more family-like. No, all that is disgusting. And all that is the ways of the heathen. How do you know? Jeremiah 10:1, since I started reading these verses right here, it's been describing Christmas to a T without even saying Christmas. It didn't even have to say Christmas when you know it's talking about Christmas. The customs of the people are vain. A tree out of the forest, cut down with an axe, that they put silver and gold on. Brother, you decorate that tree with lights, gold and silver ornaments every year. Reading on. They fasten it with nails and hammers that it move not. You put it into that tree stand, and you fasten it with nails and hammers so that it don't move. This is why Black people buy that plastic Christmas tree from Walmart every 3 or 4 years, a new tree. So then they don't got to keep buying new nails, worry about the wood, right? Can't keep the tree. Now you just put the plastic inside the plastic, put the nails on, and make sure it's stable. You see what I'm saying? But every Black and Hispanic person knows what I'm talking about when we say, when the scriptures say they fasten with nails and hammers, that it move not. You understand? SHALAM. So I'm going to stop right there. We're going to get into Amos 5:21. So that's describing the Christmas tree. That's the entire tree. Now we're going to get into how the Most High just hates the whole day. All right, so Amos chapter 5, verse 21, it says, I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. The Most High hate, he said, I hate. First off, Christians, the Most High does hate things. He says, I hate. What does he hate? I despise. What does he despise? The Most High is not all love, kisses, and hugs, and forgiveness. The Most High is about vengeance and getting what is exactly right unto you. Listen, he said, I hate. I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Do you hear that? I hate. I despise your feast days. He hates Christmas. Christmas, you can't, when you find Christmas in the Bible, the Most High is talking down on Christmas. So these are your feast days. His holy days from Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, those are his holy days. The Most High said in Amos 5 and 21, I despise your feast days. So whatever's not in this Bible that is being celebrated, the Most High hates it. That's birthdays, Halloween, New Year's, which is coming up, Christmas, all of that, the Most High hates all of it. He hates and despises your feast days, black man, Hispanic man, America. He hates your feast days. The feast days that you celebrate that he did not tell you to celebrate. Right on. And I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Meaning when you start cooking that ham and they like to pull that scripture in the New Testament that says receive everything with thanksgiving. As long as you pray, they think that it means as long as you pray over anything, it's good. The Most High said, I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. You're going to cook all that food and your family going to be smiling and laughing, having a wonderful time together. And he's not going to acknowledge that meal. That you could pray as much as you want over it. He's not acknowledging that meal. 22. Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them. You hear that? Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them. Do you hear that? You're going to keep cooking. Listen, when Thanksgiving came around, they cooked them turkeys and that mac and cheese and that stuffing and that cranberry sauce and all those sweet potato pies and all that peach cobbler. And it tastes delicious because we black and Hispanic, so we know how to throw down some food. But he said, I will not accept them. I won't accept that from you. You can cook it all you want. I'm not accepting it. You can cook that ham on Christmas if you want. Come together and smile and laugh together if you want. I'm not accepting it, man. Read on. Neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts. All that meat you cooking. The Most High don't see that, man. He don't smell that as good. 23. Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs. All them Christmas carols. Oh, Mariah Carey, I think she got real famous. She got real famous for her Christmas song. Like not only her Christmas songs, but like there's a version of like some type of Christmas song that Mariah Carey was singing, and everybody just knows her for it. And Christians and gospel music, they make Christmas songs. And everybody knows a couple of Christmas carols, right? And in Caucasian neighborhoods, they even come to your door and knock on your door and sing you a Christmas carol for trying to solicit money from you. Most High said, take thou away from me the noise of our songs. When we say Babylon is falling, the rise no more, the Most High loves hearing that. You know what I'm saying? We say we fighting for Yahweh, shot for our crowns of gold, and we sing those songs of Hebrew Academy. The Most High loves hearing that. He loves hearing it. But then what happens? Take thou away from me the noise of those Christmas songs. Those Christmas songs gotta come away. There's nothing glorious about singing to a white Jesus who never existed, celebrating the birthday of a man that was not born on that day in the first place. I'm gonna read on. For I will not hear the melody of thy viols. All right? Jeremiah 2 and 14. When we get to Jeremiah 2 and 14, like I said, Christ wasn't even born on December 25th. So what are you really celebrating? When you read the scriptures, you find out Christ was born in the springtime, Passover. So what's really happening? What's really going down? Jeremiah 2 and 14. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Is Israel a servant? Brother, our oppressors gave us Christmas. Christmas is not in the Bible. The Bible is black and Hispanic history, archaeology. You understand? It's black and Hispanic culture. That's the Bible. If Christmas ain't in the Bible, you're being a servant. You're being a homeborn slave. You're celebrating whatever your slave master told you was going to be the holiday this month. The Bible said Feast of Dedication was December 20th this year. America told you that Christmas was the 25th, and you chose to celebrate Christmas rather than listen to the I.S.U.P.K and celebrate the feast of feast of dedication. Why is he spoiled? Why are you spoiled, black man? Why don't you have your own holidays? Because when I.S.U.P.K says it on the corner, you look at us like we're crazy, man. You look at us like we're crazy. We don't know what we're talking about. But then when the violence rises every year on America's holidays, then you start to understand, oh man, this is so bad. Well, you don't even understand, because if you did, you stop celebrating. Every year, the violence on July 4th, Christmas, Thanksgiving, it just goes through the roof. Because people are poor, black people are poor, and it's portrayed to be a holiday of mirth, gladness, giving and receiving. Black men, we don't have enough to give and receive. We scrounge what we could get, and we take care of our families, and we try to love one another. That's why you're spoiled, because Christmas comes around and you break your back trying to provide gifts for some unruly kids who don't even listen to you. You let your wife tell you that it's for the kids. You let your wife tell you that we're going to go to this Christmas party. Brother, that's why you're spoiled. You're breaking your back to serve your oppressor. It is killing you. I'm going to drop that. We're going to get into Isaiah chapter 1, verse 14. All right? Isaiah 1 and 14. All right? And it reads, your new moons and your appointed feasts, my soul hateth. They are a trouble unto me. I am weary to bear them. Your new, all the feasts that you set up, saying Christmas is on the 25th, Christmas Eve is the 24th, Thanksgiving is the 4th Thursday of every November, Halloween is the 31st of October, your new moons, your appointed feast, my soul hated. The Most High hates that. They are a trouble unto me. I am weary to bear them. You know, when I hear those Christmas songs, I get a headache. This is what the Most High is saying, I'm being figurative. When I hear those Christmas songs, I get a headache. When your kids are opening gifts, I get angry, I get mad. You doing 30 hours of overtime just to buy your son, who doesn't listen to you at all, gifts. Brother, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. You need to spend some of that, spend some of that money on putting food in the house. Spend some of that money on putting some furniture in your damn house. Spend some of that money, and then get them some damn correction. You understand? Pay your damn tithes. Give it to the school. Feed brothers. Do what priests and prophets do, instead of working 30 hours of overtime to please your slave master. You understand? 15. And when ye spread forth your hands, I will hide mine eyes from you. Yea, when you make many prayers, I will not hear you. Your hands are full of blood. I will hide mine eyes from you. Yea, when you make many prayers, I will not hear. Your hands are full of blood, man. Bloody hands, sinful, bloody, disgusting hands. So when you try to pray to the Most High, he don't hear you, man. He don't hear you when you pray to him. He can't hear you because you're celebrating Christmas. You crying because your cousin got shot on Christmas Eve. And then you're waking up the next morning and letting your kids open presents. And then you wonder why he doesn't hear you when you say, please get him out of ICU. You wonder why he don't hear you when you say, man, please, I need a break. Lord, I need a break. My life is so messed up, I just need a break. And you wonder why he doesn't hear you. Every year you celebrate Christmas and expect the Most High to show you love, compassion, and mercy. When you show him no love, no compassion, no obedience. All right, it's a give and a take. Christmas is not authorized by the Most High. It is a pagan holiday. That tree, the ornaments, white Jesus, all of that is pagan. It is a lie. It is not supported in the Bible. Christ was not born on Christmas. It is all false. This is something that your oppressor pushed on you and you do because your woman tells you have to do. Brother, I'm here to tell you, you don't have to live like that. You could live a righteous life. You could be a priest and a prophet and not have to live like that. All right? That being said, this was a short, this is something small on Christmas. All right, we touch on Christmas every year, so we don't have to get into the entire, we don't got to do an entire bust down on Christmas every year. I'm Priest Officer Kawaga, I.S.U.P.K, New Jersey, and the Commander General YAHANNA I'm gonna say Shalom, Yahweh, Yahweh, Shalom, from all the brothers, Yahweh, Shalom, our son, Yahweh, Shalom, all the sisters. All right, do not celebrate Christmas. New Year's is coming up, and look for a video on New Year's. All right, Shalom.